The beginning of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, is bringing you two important moments. The important moment number one is you need to understand that this is a moment of awakening and relief, okay? It is done, my gorgeous Piscelini. Step back to see the big picture instead of fighting a battle you cannot win. This is so important because at that moment in time, you're actually going to stop struggling with something, and this in itself, it's really going to help you to move on. Another thing I was going to say to you as well, you are really going to have such an important, happy surprise at the beginning of this week. As soon as you do this, that moment in time, something is going to happen, something is going to change, and you're going to invite this literally yourself into your life. This in itself is going to create a really sacred alignment, which is at the same time going to bring this happy surprise into your life within the next couple of days after this moment in time. And this is why you need to surrender to the flow, my gorgeous Piscelini. And this also means that you have to stop worrying about something. You've been worrying about something so intensely that you have placed a little blockage in between where you should go, on your own path. So now this moment of surrender, it's also going to release that invisible blockage that was slowing you down, that was created with the amount of worries that you had. I'm not having a go at you with anything, please don't get me wrong, but I do know that you've been through a lot when it comes to personal issues, and that did affect you, which is absolutely normal. And now you're about to snap out of it, and even more so within the next 2 days after that moment in time, you are going to have this a really happy surprise. And I'm getting excited for you. You are going to have a happy surprise. More or less, it is going to happen at the beginning of this week, which is bringing you like a very, very creative opportunity. But intuitively, you will kind of already you are already going to be prepared for it because of this sensitivity that you are going to create yourself by surrendering to the flow. By surrendering to the flow in the first place, this is the direct result what exactly you have done and what exactly you are doing. So this is going to bring like a really happy surprise and creative opportunity, which is like, oh my God, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it, because this in itself, it's not to do with money, it's not to do with finances, but it's going to change your life so much. The whole quality of your life is going to change, and everything is going to start making sense. Why you've actually went through certain things, and most importantly, why you stuck to certain things where you were kind of unhappy while you were doing them. This in itself, it's all having a meaning, and it's all part of this wonderful spiritual domino which has brought you to this part of your life. This is going to make a huge impact. So this creative and this happy surprise you're going to have, I'm so glad, it's going to make you, it's going to come in the form of the creative opportunity, but it's almost immediately going to, oh my God, it's going to put you in a mode where you're going to be thinking, how I'm going to do this, how much this is going to change my life, what do I need to change, what do I need to adjust. And that is going to put you in a natural mode of the actual contemplation. And that this is all kind of this contemplation, this is going to it's going to create this hermit mode. The hermit mode, it's all about you're looking for the big life answers, but before you have a hermit mode, normally you feel really, really drained, and you feel really, really tired. You want to be cut off the world just for a little while, whether it's a day, whether it's 6 hours, whether it's 7 hours, whether it's like few hours, whether it's 1 hour. I know that you're going to feel a crazy amount of tiredness. You're going to feel really, really tired, and you're not going to be able to help yourself. And this is your sign that you're going to be drifting into a completely different dimension, and you need this in order to lighten up your your path, and in order to lighten up the deepest parts and elements of yourself. This is when you do your shadow work, but also when you realize that there are specific things that you are going to need to work on, because now you've been prepared to kind of deal with something really, really dark within, which is going to come to the surface. But even more, something that you've been through like many years ago, maybe like even in a childhood, something difficult that you've been going through. You need to see that in a different light, and you need to understand that you're special, you're different, you're very powerful, you're pure light, and the pure light also tend to attract darkness, and that's normal. And this is why you have been going through like a very kind of difficult things in your life, and there is something very specific that you're going to remember in your childhood as well. And this is when things are going to start becoming very interesting, because this is also going to kind of, oh my God, going to make you realize how powerful, how unique you are, how different you are. And you're also going to realize something really specific that you've learned not that long ago, that you will want to incorporate into your life and take it on the next level of your spiritual journey. Just suddenly you're going to remember something that you've learned for a reason, because now it's time. Now this is going to create such a powerful moment of the actual unfoldness. Indeed, this, my gorgeous Pisces, honestly, you know, this like kind of creative opportunity and this happy surprise, you know how this is going to feel. It's going to feel like this is like a really private achievement, because at that moment in time, you know, there is some kind of healing going to take place, and this is going to reflect on you physically and reflect on you mentally. You're going to realize that some kind of ailment, something that you were worried about and suffering with, perhaps is going to feel much better, and you're also going to realize how much more energy you actually have. This is because you're also at the same time you're becoming emotionally stable, and this is going to help you to see certain things in a kind of like in a different way, especially something that you've been hopeless about, some kind of restriction. All right, it's all boiling down to this bastard here, this restriction, this bastard restriction. It's all boiling down to this restriction that you've been so hopeless about, okay? So now you will know what to do, because this is going to help you to see the bigger picture. And by seeing the bigger picture, you're going to realize already that you overcame something really difficult, and that it's going to elevate you, and it's going to make you feel like, oh my God, things are, thank you God, moving on, things are moving forward. So that in itself is going to open your eyes, and it's going to like kind of help you to see the bigger picture. So this is going to lead towards like a mind-blowing vision that you are going to have about how you want your life to be. And at the same time, you're going to come across this couple of people who are going to inspire you so much. This couple of people you're going to come across somewhere, and they're going to contribute towards you making that bigger picture even bigger. There is something you're going to realize how you want your life to be, and you're also going to realize how much you want to change your life right now. This is going to push you towards realizing that you need more in life. You know, that you want to make a really big change, and everything is going to start getting on your nerves, you know what I mean, a little bit, until you realize what you need to move on from. Maybe you will want to change your home, maybe you will want to move into a different house. You know, I'm talking about a really big change, and I'm also talking about the fact that you're going to realize how you don't belong somewhere. It's not a bad thing, but it's more about like you realizing that, you know, you are very spiritually sensitive, so you really need to make sure that you find yourself surrounded by the people who are spiritually sensitive. So you're bouncing back with this energy in between, you know, and then you're getting so much from one another. You can't really, because you're so spiritual, you're so open-minded, you're so powerful, you're so different. You need to make sure that you're not surrounded by the people and places that are bringing you down and making you feel negative, because you're like a spiritual sponge, so you absorb a lot. So you need to surround yourself and be in the place that you love, that you're happy in, and being with the people that you are happy around, you know. So it's all going to kind of lead towards like paying attention to so many different aspects of your life. It's like, oh my God, baby, this is going to start broadening up. You know, so many, this is going to broaden up. This is going to broaden so many horizons, my gorgeous Pisces, and it couldn't have been better time, really, because it's going to help you to regain control, and it's also going to show you, make you aware of this really, really interesting choice that is going to become like a new idea, which is going to bring success into your life. But purely, I'm talking about the success, like you feeling content, you making your whole quality of life better, and enjoying your life, enjoying every single second of it, to the point that where you don't even want to take a holidays because you are the holiday. You are, you know what I mean? It's like, it's going to lead towards something huge where you don't want to take a holidays because you are living your holidays, basically. That's exactly what you should be doing in this life. Yes, baby, you can do whatever you want. And I'm not going to lie to you, you know what I mean? There is going to be a bit of like so much is going to be going on, at around the beginning of this week. You're going to realize you are going to like kind of be a little bit stressed because a lot is going to be causing, a lot is going to be going on, and you are going to become aware of some unexpected events and rapid changes. But then again, you need to understand that that in itself, it's only going to show you ability to multitask. You're going to be absolutely fine. In fact, the more is going on, the better the outcome of all this is going to be. Sounds crazy, but it's actually truth, okay? Because all this is preparing you for something huge, something massive later on indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces lineage, you know what? You need to understand, you are really going to have a good luck. Good luck, baby. The luck is going to be on your side. The actual good luck is going to be on your side, because something is going to happen to you at around the midweek, something really good. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so lucky. So lucky. I can't believe I'm so lucky. And then you're going to realize that not long after that, something really little, but then after that moment in time, not long after that moment in time, you are going to have your turning point. You know why you're going to have your turning point? Because this is going to bring you to the point where you are suddenly going to have this sudden awareness. How much do you want to learn something? How much do you want to explore something? And that's something that you should do, because it's really reconnecting you with yourself, and it's most importantly reconnecting you with this new beginning, which is going to bring so many possibilities into your life, but it's all happening so spontaneously. And again, you need to follow your passion, you need to follow your optimism, and you need to have faith, because you're going to be absolutely fine. This is bringing an opportunity into your life, This is the finances. This is to do with the finances and financial situation. So after that moment in time, you're not going to have to worry about your financial situation very soon, because it's going to lead to the point where you're going to discover how you can make money and how you can save money. And that in itself, it's all going to lead towards the new area of study. Okay, so you need to kind of learn as much as you can about a specific subject or a career here. So this is very, very important indeed. And to pay attention to detail, it's going to be absolutely crucial with everything that I actually said so far. And also, it's like a basically... at around the midweek, please remember this. I know that you're not the one who would do this, okay? All right? But don't give up, don't give up on people you love. Okay, so at around the midweek, I know this is going to sound crazy, but do not give up on people you love. Okay, so that's something that you need to remember, because something is going to be going on in somebody else's life who's close to you, and someone is going on through something so difficult, like someone is literally like kind of facing the devil as we speak, but that particular person is someone in your life, so they're not being themselves, and they're also like kind of acting like really like weirdly, and that's why I'm saying, please don't give up on people you love, because someone is fighting a very much so a battle that sometimes people, when they're fighting battles, private battles, they come out as very abrupt, very horrible, because they're projecting this specific energy. But because you're so deep, you will be able, you're an empath. So you will sense that something is wrong. So that particular person, just like kind of, try to see what it is, because you, for some reason, seems to have a solution to their problem. But it's going to need to take a while until you get there and until you realize what exactly this is. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces, this is fantastic, because almost as if you are going to find yourself being surrounded by the certain group of people who are really going to inspire you. They're going to inspire you to have self-control. They're going to inspire you to be yourself. They're going to inspire you to be patient. And they're also going to inspire you when it comes to you releasing some kind of baggage and moving on. What else you need to kind of pay attention to the fact that, you're going to find out something within this group of people somehow. And that what you're going to find is not only how you're going to release a baggage stage and move on, but at the same time, you know, you're also going to be able to blend some kind of ideas that you've recently had. This is all going to lead towards you like kind of finding out something very interesting, especially when about yourself. And where you're going to find out something very interesting, how to be more happier, how to have more fun in life, how to have more joy in life, how to have more kind of like a positivity in your life, you know. But at the same time, you're also going to find out and realize, oh my God, for so long I had these self-limiting beliefs, you know. So it's all about releasing like a negative thoughts and opening to new perspectives as well at the same time. This is going to be important moment of self-acceptance, which is also self-acceptance, which is also at the same time going to create such a powerful moment of freedom as well, which is going to leave you with absolutely no option but to like kind of awake. This is going to be an amazing amazing time of your like awakening. You're really going to have such a wake-up call here, which is going to really reconnect you with yourself in such a way where you're really going to realize your inner calling, and you're really going to realize a new phase starting, you know. And that is so important, because at the same time it's just really going to be the beginning of a whole new stage where you're going to start seeing things that have been bothering you in a whole different light. And another thing I was going to say, please, for the love of God, my gorgeous Pisces, someone is really going to be winding you up at around the end of the week, at the time when you're going to be dealing with something so personal, so sensitive, and you just must kind of not have a conflict. Your spiritual duty and your spiritual job is to not have a conflict. There is absolutely no point whatsoever to have a conflict and waste your energy on people who mean absolutely nothing to you. So someone is going to try to be so aggressive and rude to you and try to put their point across, patronize you. And I know it's easy for me to say like, oh, just walk away and move on. No, you can just put your point across with a smile on your face and just move on. This is going to be a sign, clear sign and indication of where and who do you need to move on from. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.